Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to be discussing overcoming perfectionism and embracing progress over perfection. Have you ever been working on something and it feels like you've done it 100 times because you were just trying to get everything perfect, and then by the end you just like forget it and didn't even end up doing whatever you were planning on doing because you were so defeated by perfectionism that you completely forgot about it? If you have, let me know. Tell me about a time down below where you feel like perfectionism may have gotten in your way and stifled you a little bit. All right, so now we're going to discuss just a few ways and how you can overcome perfectionism or help you grow. First, shift your focus to growth. Embrace mistakes as a learning opportunity. Recognize that progress is more important than a flawless outcome. Because once again, if you're so flawless, sometimes you might forget about doing it or you might get bored with it. So working at it, just know you're working at it is half the battle. Celebrate the small wins and improve along the way. Focus on your progress, not perfection. Recognize that growth comes from effort and learning, not from getting it right every time. Because every time you redo it, you can perfect it a little bit, but you don't want to over perfect where you lose out. All right, the next thing, set realistic expectations, aim for good enough. So there's this YouTuber I watch from time to time, and everything he would say, he'd call it, oh, well, that's good enough, good enough. And everything in his model was like being good enough, even though his good enough was normally pretty good. But if you're thinking about good enough versus perfection, that will help you in the long run as well. But I will say also, you've got to have some drive though. So don't just think everything's supposed to be mediocre. I'm not saying let everything be mediocre. Have some goals and some oomph about yourself. But just know that it being perfect every time is not going to always, um, it's not going to always happen. Break tasks into manageable steps and avoid feeling overloaded with yourself with unattainable standards. Cleaning my house, I'm just trying to make sure we're not falling over everything. I'm just trying to make sure it's clean. I'm trying to make sure it's clean enough for, it to be sanitized, but clothing here and there, it's not gonna make or break your day. Cleanliness, yes, but I mean, everything doesn't have to be in perfect order all the time. Aim for achievable milestones and be flexible with how things unfold. Everything's not going to always go your way, so be ready for the punches when they might roll. Embrace the ideal that doing your best is enough. Your best is enough. Your best is enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, but your best is enough. And then the last step, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Acknowledge your efforts and give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, knowing that an imperfection is a natural part of the human experience. I was talking with someone today. Someone was truly upset about something someone else had done to them. And I had to remind that person, don't you remember last week? You were the person on the other side of the totem pole. You were the person that was in shambles and, was having some issues. And you were really having issues and you forgot about the grace that was given to you. You've got to give that same grace that you would give to others to yourself as well and to the other people. Don't forget, once you get yourself going where you need to be, that you're high almighty. No, you're not. You got to give grace to others, give grace to yourself as well. Accept mistakes are a part of the journey. Each setback is an opportunity to improve. So give yourself credit for taking action and moving forward. Give yourself grace. Perfectionism is not what has to be had, but you do need to do your best. Nothing less than your best. Have an amazing day.